Hello everyone, today I want to check out all Zoe's quest lines, see how we can get her in the more intended way instead of just capturing her in the balls. Which is a weird sentence to say. In the meantime, I've also constructed these things. They are very powerful, especially the surgical table, as you can just choose whatever regular passive skill you want to get, or want to have. Which is very powerful for example, Jet Dragon. As he already has Legend and Divine Dragon, and he had Clumsy, I think, as one of his passives, which was a debuff, which I turned into Ferocious, and I also made him Brave, so he's even more powerful than he was before. This also counts for Zoe and Grizzbolt, which by default don't have a passive skill. However, we can give them, but we can only give them one for some reason. And we can give Zoe herself two. I want to see if Zoe willingly joining the party is different than the one we caught. But I think that's kind of interesting. Especially that they give Zoe and Grizzbolt a passive stat by default. And that it's different. But I'm not sure why it's different per se. Maybe humans can only have two passives and pals can have four? But Zoe and Grizzbolt is technically not considered any because it was a boss that you weren't supposed to catch. But back in the day we could. I'm not sure. First things first, I do have a side quest. Let's just complete that real quick because we already got 10 out of 10 bosses killed. I also did all the main quest lines in the meantime. Which is basically as soon as I place down the structures, it would auto-complete everything else because I already did everything else. Okay, it seems like it auto-does the next one. That's kind of annoying. Okay, dude. There we go. That's all of his quests complete. We got 100 out of 100. What did we all get? What is this? Applied watering technique? There are a book written about the secrets of watering. Allowing a pellitory to increase their watering affinity by 1? Well, you can do that now? I'm wondering, right? You have gathering level 3. And he has watering level 3. I actually often use Gobby here. So he should now have watering level 4. Yeah. That's actually pretty good. And then let's have this on Lily. Now that we've done all that, let's head over to Desolate Church. This is where Zoe is chilling. The good thing is even after you caught her, she is coming back. So what is up, Zoe? Oh, it's that annoying cocky pal tamer from earlier. Don't go acting all high and mighty just because you beat me. Yeah, I know you're strong. But you know, I'm kinda curious to see what you're really made of. Got a Grizzbolt and show it to me. If you can do that, maybe I'll give you some credit. They only show up in the #1 wildlife sanctuary, super dangerous territory. Grizzbolts are crazy rare and are seriously strong. There's no way someone like you could catch one. Do you think this Grizzbolt works? Oh, fuck. I have him set to aggressive. I'll be right back, Zoe. So I get 2 different quest markers. Don't get cocky. And then this one. I guess it shows where we want to catch one, or where we can catch one, and then just back where Zoe is. Alright. Command, don't attack. Alright, let's go, Zoe and Grizzbolt. We gotta show Zoe that we have her Grizzbolt. And Zoe. I'm curious if this will work. It works in the Pal deck, so... So, did you manage to catch the Grizzbolt? I heard there are plenty of other powerful pals in the #1 wildlife sanctuary too. So it might be a bit much for you to handle. But if you really want my approval, you'd better give it everything you got. I guess it doesn't work. Well, it was a good try, I suppose. So let's hop on the dragon and let's fly over there. But let's see, I do have the Ring of Mercy on, so this should be rather easy. The island is big enough to where if you just circle the outer edge, stuff respawns on the other side. Trespassing spotted? No. Couldn't be me, man. Ooh, I see Grizzbolt. Alright, blow him up. Catch him in the ball. 100% baby. That's a back to base. Sorry, dudes. I'm out of here. I honestly think that is the first Grizzbolt I've ever caught in my life. Well, the first actual Grizzbolt. Not the ones that Zoe is attached to. So there should be multiple missions that we can get from Zoe. I think up to 3 if I read it correctly. Let's see. Grizzbolt. You are not attacking her, so that's good. What's up, Zoe? We have an actual Grizzbolt this time. Wait, you actually caught it? Alright, fine. I admit it. You've earned my respect. A little. But just so you know, my Grizzbolt is still way stronger than yours. Zoe, that's bullshit. Your Grizzbolt is level 10. Just by completing that quest, our Grizzbolt, his confidence grew because I said that, and he grew by 2 levels. Alright, Zoe, what's up? You again? Wow, you must really want to be friends with me, weirdo. Alright then, if you get so much time on your hand, how about doing me a favor? There's a group we've been butting heads with forever, and lately some of my crew got roughed up by him. Are they meaning the one from Lily? So I figured maybe you could handle a little payback. They go on about protecting pals and living in harmony with nature. But when it comes down to it, they're just as violent as any other, I guess, or anyone. I don't know, it kind of cuts off, it's just kind of weird. That's probably not supposed to happen. We call them the Free Pal Alliance as kind of a joke. That is lore I didn't know. It wasn't their actual name, I guess. But don't get the wrong idea. Just because I said I respect your skill doesn't mean I trust you. Got it? Alright. Capture or defeat 5 Free Pal Alliance members and talk to Zoe. And that should be easy enough. First I'm gonna switch out Grizzbolt again though. Alright, if you want to easily do this, there was a spot, I think right here. And there is a treehouse. There's a house marker because I was at some point planning to build my base there. But I guess the Free Pal Alliance kind of beat me to it. Building a base there. But there should be more than 5 guys there, so it should be good. And here it is. Interesting, though. It seems to be different than what it was before, unless this is a different location than I had in mind. But anyway, there is a building here. And Free Pal Alliance are here, so let's go find the entrance of this place. I guess it's over here. What is up, my dudes? I actually like this place a lot. It looks really nice. Interesting, not all of them count. I think only the big dude that we saw in here counted. Yeah, none of them over here count. I ran out of rockets, that's not good. I have a full-on library back here. Hey, what's in here? Some gill claw food? But you guys are trying to fucking help the pals, eh? I don't think Gobby does a lot here, I will admit. He just seems to be chilling, so I'm gonna call him back. Not what I had in mind. I didn't know it was on Zoe, but hey. Zoe, attack. Because Zoe doesn't care either. Is it because I have them set to don't attack? Yeah, probably. Attack Zoe! You know, you have a gun that doesn't have to be long-ranged. You know, you can just shoot at it. Probably better for your accuracy, because you're pretty shit at that. I think at the top there should be some more powerful foes, so maybe that's where we can actually find people we need to kill. Well, he's big, that's for sure. Yeah, okay, he counts. But sadly, nothing else, though. Why the hell do they have a furnace on the roof? So yeah, this is technically gonna be a bit more difficult than I thought, seeing as it has to be, like, special units. I guess maybe we can find some more dudes over here. Yeah, these guys count. What the heck? Okay, well, that made it a lot easier. I will admit, though, getting a Grizzbolt's probably a lot harder than this. What is up, Zoe? We did it. Well, well, you actually went through with it. Not bad, but to be honest, I kinda see where those Alliance guys are coming from. I don't really know who's in the right anymore. Maybe it's time I gave it some real thought for once. But in any case, I'm pretty glad to have someone like you I can count on. Alright, this should be the last mission, I think. You know, once I ran away from the group with Grizzbolt. I was freezing at night. I remember finding this old scrap of cloth somewhere that we could use to stay warm. Just a rag, really. But looking back, I think it was the first time I'd ever shared something with someone. Come to think of it, we were hiding in some ruins not far from here. Hey, could you try and find it for me? You're the only one I could ever ask for something like this. A warm memory. So what she was actually talking about is something that we kinda know if we look into the journals, which there seem to be more of now. But in her personal journals, she does somewhere talk about that she ran away. Yeah, it's right here, in Zoe Rain's diary too. I waited until everybody was sleeping, opened Grizzbolt's cage, and ran off far away with her. I guess that far away is... Where is it on the map? Right here. I guess for a kid that must have been very far away, because I'm pretty sure they were chilling around the tower, I would imagine. Why do I get pling sound? I should not be getting that. I explored this area. I guess I must have not been here, or come here after that update. How's it still here after all these years? Zoe's status memento. A worn scrap of fabric with a faint, lingering scent. Zoe is a treasured reminder of the past. I'm going back to this journal, because she was a kid here, right? I mean, sure, she doesn't look that old right now, but I'm pretty sure she is very young in this diary. Also, I guess this picture kind of shows where Grizzbolt was hiding, so we can kind of know how far she ran. That screenshot was taken right up here, as that is where one of their camps is at, and that is... At least I'm pretty sure that's where it is. It kind of looks like it will be there. Alright, well, we got memento. So, I was wondering if we could get this cloth again. I guess you can. If you just store it in a chest, and then walk back, there is a new one. So now we have 2 blankets with the scent of Zoe. But anyways, I guess that's good, because if you lose it, doesn't matter how, in your storage system, just on the ground, anywhere, you can easily get it back. And it seems to respawn pretty much instantly as well. Alright, Zoe, I got your blankie. Once delivered, your item will be gone for good. Are you sure you want to proceed? Yes. That's it, our blanket from all those years ago. There's no doubt about it. But I can't believe you actually found it. And neither can I, because it was just laying on the floor there. I mean, this kind of thing shouldn't matter to you, right? So why'd you go out of your way to do it? Thank you. I see you in a different light now. You know, I've got this feeling. Maybe someone like you could really make it across the sea. I think it's enough. The tower, the group, even me. I don't even know what I was protecting anymore, so I decided. This time, I want to see for myself. Really see it. Let me witness your journey with my own eyes. Will you take me and Grizzbolt with you? Hell yeah. Does she have any other lines now? No, it's just the same as what she said a second ago. Her icon is actually different from the actual Zoe and Grizzbolt. She's only level 1, and her trust is already at level 3 though. No passive skills. That is kind of interesting. Can we boost that here? Ah, she only has 1. Okay, that's interesting, because that's the same as the other Zoe and Grizzbolt. I'm guessing that there is nothing really... Actually, there is some differences here. Technically, the old Zoe and Grizzbolt is better, because look at it. His lightning is better. His carry capacity, his lumber, and his handiwork, it's all better. And I don't think that has to do with his level, because I don't think that went up. That is kind of interesting. Alright, let's summon this version. It just looks the exact same, man. We can write together, as we always could. Alright, so that is the Zoe and Grizzbolt. She does a little pointing thing. Let's see what this one does. I imagine it's the exact same, right? Yep, it is. So it's just a weaker version of the old glitched Zoe and Grizzbolt. It's kind of weird because in the trailers it showed like she could walk with you, but I guess that is just this version that you had to capture. The one that willingly joined you is completely different. Well, to be fair, I don't really have a need for 2 of them. May as well keep the strong one that I have completely buffed out. I just have to get a little bit more cash. And then we can actually give it some buffs. So let's go to a town. So Zoe should be the only ally like this that we can have for right now. I'm guessing the rest will come in later. Great. Because they reworked the towns, I have no idea where the heck this Pal Merchant's at. Are you the Pal Merchant? Got some pals in stock. Yes, I like to sell everyone, basically. Don't need all of these anymore now, because we can just give them the boosts, or at least most of them. Yeah, you really have to just try for lucky, and that's about it. The rest you can kind of get. Well, maybe, I'm not sure if you can give legendary as a trade, but breeding is very minimal now, I think. Or at least it's not as grindy anymore, right? Like, there's a couple things you still want to give to your pals that you cannot get through the surgical table. I'm thinking of one day getting like a living dex. I think that could be a cool challenge to go for. Catch one of each pal. Have it in the pal box. In order of pal dex. Alright, I think that's it, right? 500k though, that's actually not bad. That's a lot more than I thought it would be. 500? There we go, that's 10 upgrades, baby. Also, the guy must be fucking loaded now. Well, loaded in pals, not in money, because I just took 500,000 off this dude. Also, he is fucking rich selling those pals. We must be scammed. I mean, to be fair, I think most of the time you pay like 30k or something for a pal, so we probably did get scammed. Yeah, looking at it though, Musclehead, for example, is not on here. I think Musclehead was better, right? Yeah, that's 30%. Yours is only 20, so... Wait a second. Oh, they get their next one afterwards? Wait, can we have double? No. Okay. We can have Brave on here? Like I said, that's how it works. It just doesn't pop up until... after, and then you have to reset for whatever reason. You can also change the gender in here, which... I guess uses a pal reverser, which I don't have. I don't know what it is. This other one, though, for the recipes, also pretty good, but you need a lot of them. But I guess it's an easier way to guarantee that you eventually will get your legendary blueprints. I do actually want to try something out, or look at something, rather. So we had... where's she at? Noelle. She was basically the strongest human I was able to make back then. I think Zoe's already stronger, yeah. I mean, to be fair, this was just a random innkeeper. But I guess Zoe's stats are just higher by default. A lot higher at that, like god dang. Alright, well that was every quest we could do for Zoe. It gives a little more insight in her character. And I wonder if eventually, for story-wise, you will have to do this for every single tower boss. Because it sounds like she's giving up access to the tower. And there was something under those towers that had to do with the giant tree you see in the distance. So I'm interested to see where that will go eventually. For right now though, I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you all on the next one. Bye everyone.